Morning, everybody. Welcome to Left of Center, the award-winning podcast, like nationally acclaimed.
Pulitzer Prize winning.
Yeah, Pulitzer Prize.
I think, no.
We got a lot of awards.
Didn't John say the Nobel Prize for podcast?
We're up for Nobel.
Whenever they decide
for what worldwide peace.
Yes.
This is what you listen to.
I don't think so.
Yeah, man. This is what the leading diplomats around the world listen to.
God, I hope not.
Early Tuesday morning, they listen to our podcast for world peace.
Well, there's some
for
people
knowledge,
listening at least.
For knowledge,
can
for
you believe
peace.
Can you believe it was snowing this morning? By the way.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, it's November.
Yeah,
That's what happens in November.
I guess, but I didn't expect it. How about
really?
that?
It's going to melt by noon.
You've only lived here 51
I know,
years.
but I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's the first snow kind of thing. Like, you just wake up, you're used to it being, I don't know, 40.
I'm like old salt. I wake up.
And you're like, oh, it's probably snowing
Patrick's like,
today.
Dad, it's snowing. I'm like, it's goddamn November, Patrick. Like, of course it's snowing.
Well, I mean, I think it's still a little bit
I sound just like that in the
surprising.
morning.
Yeah.
I do. That's how we roll in our house in the morning.
Right?
It's true.
How are you doing, Linz? Are you awake today?
Lindsay knows what's up. Yeah, Lindsay, are you
I
awake
haven't
today?
lived with him in 5 years.
No, we're talking about in general.
Oh, just in general?
Yeah.
Are you tired?
Yeah, you sound tired in the mornings.
I sound tired every morning.
I know.
What time did you go to sleep last night? What time does a young engaged couple go to bed?
Midnight.
It was midnight around there.
Which is too late. No wonder you're tired when you get to the
I'm a night
studio.
person. You're the one who decided to have this freaking podcast at 7:30 in the morning. We could have had
It's
it
good
at
for
any
you.
time of day.
Kevin and I have been awake for 2 hours. John, what time did you wake up?
5.
See, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Wake up like us.
I woke up at 5:30.
I hate my life.
John say 5, unfortunately.
I hate my life.
John,
I
were
woke
you
up at 5:30.
were you surprised it was snowing, or were you just like, oh, it's snowing?
Well, I looked at the weather last night because I'm getting old like that. I look at the weather.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? These bones these old bones are hurting.
Must be snow.
My bones feel like it's going to snow.
Old bastard.
So I was not surprised.
When you get old like me, you guys are in trouble.
Like
I'm
us.
a freaking picture of health for a 51-year-old.
I think we're in pretty good shape. We're not in terrible shape.
Says the guy recovering from COVID.
And
Like,
recovering well, by the way.
By the way, look around the studio. I'm healthy. I'm 51.
You're COVID-free.
I'm COVID freaking free, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not a like a stain to have COVID. It happens.
It is.
No,
It strikes the weak. It's a.
Oh God!
I mean,
It's the headline tomorrow on the
Yeah.
COVID strikes
that's-
the weak. It does. It does.
Mayor
That's
Tom
why
insults everybody with comorbidities.
I was
Yeah.
230,000 people just suddenly tuned out. The Nobel Peace Prize people are tuning out.
Yeah,
I was kidding.
I like the fact that somebody on our feed said their 9-year-old thought the music was epic.
Epic.
John,
You're
you know that's
welcome.
like John Vesmar. That is like I mean, there are several people who have come up to me and said, "Where'd you get that music?" I said, "Ask John Vesmar."
We'll never tell because then
Secret.
it's nothing special about it.
True.
We don't want other people knowing about where the song's from. It's like Tom could have written it and recorded it for all
You
we know.
could have.
Uh-huh.
I could have.
I'd give you more. I don't think Tom is a songwriter.
I don't
Hey,
know.
There's
You get-
not a musical bone in that man's body.
I listen to tons of music. I just
Listening
don't-
to music
I can't
and doing
create.
music.
By the way,
Right.
somebody came up on our feed and said "Song Pop." That was the name
Yes,
of that app.
Song Pop.
Remember?
Right. I
Yes.
was the man at that
You're the
game.
master of Song Pop.
I would play people all over the region because like nobody in Hammond could give me a game on that. Like seriously, I had
Hey,
to.
anybody out there have a game of Song Pop in Hammond?
You know how like sometimes when you're a great athlete and you compete locally and you just can't find people that compete with you. I had
That's how it
to.
was with you in Song
So you
Pop.
go on a
I had to,
traveling
like-
You had to
team?
go outside of
I had
the-
to like expand my horizons
Well, it's not like
because
you-
it was just not a game locally.
You were probably playing worldwide.
I was playing worldwide. I was meeting people from all over. We were in Norwegian and in French and I was studying.
Are you good with French music?
Oh yeah, I'm just kidding. Hey, you guys watch?
Unbelievable.
Have you guys been watching The Crown? By the way,
I am in
Season
season
4?
1.
season
watched
1. What the hell are
the-
you doing with your life?
I watched
Well-
the first half of season 1, and then the politics stressed me out.
Oh no, I
I've
love
got
it.
plenty of that in my life.
John,
Never watched it.
I'm going to tell you guys
Wait,
something.
so why don't you? Wait,
Oh, but the current
I
season's
say I'm in
on
season
Margaret
1. You're like
Thatcher,
season
right?
1. They like never seen it.
Right.
How about like what?
I know. It's the best
Where's
show.
the
Well,
shock?
the current season has Margaret Thatcher in it, correct?
And
Princess Di.
And Princess Di and all that.
It's spectacular. Like
I
the whole
would like
season.
to
Season
watch
1
it.
through 4 is absolutely
I
amazing.
am absolutely enjoying it. I'm right in the middle of when King George just passed away and
Yeah.
Elizabeth just got.
I got further than you.
yeah,
Damn.
I'm telling you
coronation.
guys.
So I'm
Do
on-
yourself a favor,
halfway
seriously.
through.
Buckle down and watch it.
It's
It's
really good.
spectacular.
I w-
It is unbelievable, and it gets better each season. Like Season 4 is absolutely spectacular.
It's going to be a great Thanksgiving holiday.
You should
watch. We're going to binge watch it. What
I
about,
do like the casting for sure.
Oh my gosh!
They,
and they change.
They change it because
every
it
2
jumps.
years.
older.
Well, every season they jump up 10, 15 years.
A decade.
The Queen actually, when season 3 and 4, when it's the current actress is playing the Queen, I was like, man, I don't know if I can get into this. It's like a upper middle aged woman, and I don't know if I'm really gonna like this.
To be the Queen,
right? And then you just fall in love with her. She's cute. It's so cute how she is. I think
really
one of the
called the Queen, the leader of
cute.
the sovereign nation of the UK. Cute.
Yeah,
Your Highness.
I did. She's listening.
I think the interesting thing about
Your Highness. Your Highness. Yeah.
If you if you like history, it's awesome because it's not just English monarch history, although you get a lot of that, but it's also just English, Western European history, World War II and on.
And you're on the verge of my favorite episode in the whole series, which is The Fog.
Good.
Oh, man. That was the one that got me. I was like, this show is unbelievable. It's like nothing
that
I've ever
episode
seen.
is gnarly.
You did see that one? Yeah.
Did.
That was
I almost finished all of season 1.
I'm telling you, it's
okay.
good enough. If people that are listening,
excited.
Seriously, take my advice. If you like history at all, this show is amazing. It's not just about English history. It's about history. They go through the whole, World War II experience, and think
about
amazing.
this. There's not been after when Queen Elizabeth's father, King George, died. There hasn't been a death of a monarch since. That's how long she's been queen. What is it? 70?
Yeah,
70 years, 73 years,
something. Yeah,
she's the longest reigning queen besides Queen Victoria in the late 1800s.
Queen Victoria has more years on Queen Elizabeth.
No way. Queen Elizabeth's in her 90s.
No, Well, yeah, but she hasn't served her entire life. And Queen
was
Victoria
18.
was...
She was 18 when she took over. 18.
Queen Victoria was on there for a while, too.
Nonetheless, I'm not an expert on the queens, I'll be honest with you.
Another good podcast.
Wouldn't that be weird if I had this weird thing about the queens?
Queen's Gambit.
I am an
Have you
expert.
seen Queen's Gambit?
No, I haven't.
You have got... That's another one. Queen's
Marissa saw
Gambit.
it.
People keep talking about that, too.
Really?
Linz, you will love that.
Okay, I'm in.
Queen's Gambit.
You guys got to watch
7
The
episodes.
Crown. Okay?
All right.
John, I want you to watch. Oh, look
sure.
at that. Kevin Patrick has a good question right off the bat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's do what do you want to do? Sponsors and come back and talk about this? Because this is
we have news of great importance to the city of Hammond. There's got to be some type of system here. I definitely want to address the bad rumor about police and fire layoffs in Hammond.
There's something around the internet on that. You want to talk about that?
There's no police and fire layoffs at all. None.
Period.
That solved that rumor.
You know what?
Done. Check. Next.
Paul, you listen too much to people
on.
that don't have a goddamn clue what they're talking about, Paul. And
Paul
I love
called
Paul.
it a bad rumor.
It is a bad. There's 0 police layoffs and there's 0 fire layoffs. 0.0. Okay.
Not only that,
That's
you just
fact.
entered into a new contract with them. Or about
0.0. And quite frankly, police and fire are pretty thrilled with the McDermott administration, as I am thrilled with police and fire administration. I think we're operating at an all-time high. So, as far as our relationship between the unions and the administration. So
bad rumors on the internet.
0 layoffs in police, 0 layoffs in fire projected for the next 4 years. 0. I don't see any happening. So I don't know who's saying these types of things, but whoever it is, they don't have a goddamn clue what they're talking about. I'll be honest with you.
Ding.
Okay. So, and we do have a matter of public importance we're going to do after we do the sponsors.
All right.
But, I don't know.
Sponsors.
We don't even know, Lindsay.
No, I'm stressed out because I hope it's nothing that I have to...
I mean, the viewership's going
Say
up. People are
faithfully.
sharing this. They want to know what the big announcement
All right,
is.
we got stuff to talk.
We
don't
got to
know.
drag it out, man. I mean,
Yeah,
we got
we do.
100.
Let's do our
seriously.
So
It is, by the
obviously
way,
it's something exciting.
this is not
'cause-
BS. This is, and if you were watching the Hammond Council meeting last night, this is not going to be a shock to
exciting.
you. How about that? Okay,
Oh.
the Hammond Council meeting last night.
I don't watch the council meetings.
Well, thanks for telling everybody. There's a lot of people that
I
do
live
watch
in
the council.
Griffith.
Yeah,
All right,
you should watch
Lindsay.
the Hammond Council meeting. That's
Over
your
to you.
roots. That's your roots.
Go.
Or are
Read.
people watching because you're talking about the
God.
queen or the?
That's probably
that's
the queen.
probably
It's
what
probably
it
the
is.
Start
Queen
talking
definitely
about
distracted
the
me
city
for
council.
Paul
and the mayor's
Goddard followed
gonna
up, by
write
the way.
down.
All right.
He said bad
Oh.
rumors on the radio.
The name starts with V and rhymes with early.
Jesus.
Oh. Well, that would tell you why we don't
Well,
have
I told
good
you.
information.
You don't have, if you're listening to people that don't have a goddamn clue what they're talking about, like that person that starts with V and it rhymes with early, then, you're going to get bad info.
Go figure.
She doesn't have a goddamn clue. So
I didn't specify genders.
And by the way,
I
Paul,
know who they're talking about.
I want
she
Paul-
doesn't have a goddamn clue what we're doing.
I
in
want
Hammond.
Paul Goddard
Right.
to know that our favorite woman in the room, Lindsay.
I'm the only woman in the room.
Well, you had to give that away, didn't you?
I did.
Has a Region News Source sweatshirt on.
Yes,
Thank you,
Paul.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got to get that.
Showing that off.
camera.
I would wear that.
gotta show
I would wear that.
off in just a second.
I'm a billboard.
All right, let's get Lindsay's.
I'm the billboard first. So.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Go.
You're listening to Left of Center, where we cover everything from politics to important events of the day in the Midwest and the nation, all while trying to have way too much fun while doing it. And if you can't get enough of us, follow us on Facebook at Left of Center Podcast or on Twitter at LockPod, LOCPOD. If you can't listen in live, download our episodes from the Apple Podcast app or Spotify app and enjoy our show at a crystal clear 387 kilohertz per second. Just search Left of Center and look for our red and blue logo. Also, please make sure that on each of those apps that you subscribe and rate. Give us high ratings. And if you are running for office or you have a business or you want to just create an ad that's hilarious so that you can get attention on our podcast, give me money. Send me an email at leftofcenterpod@gmail.com.
Thanks, Linz.
You're welcome.
Help our algorithms.
Yes,
algorithmic.
our
The
Spotify and Apple Podcast algorithms.
The algorithmic method.
Things are getting exciting on Apple Podcasts. They just gave us access to a bunch of new marketing tools and a short
Thank you,
apple.co URL just for this podcast.
Thank
because
you.
The algorithm's working, guys.
Thank you to our subscribers.
Tim Cook and I are in constant communication.
How about thank you to our subscribers?
Thank you, subscribers. And thank you, Lindsay. And thank you for liking us and for subscribing to us and
like
giving us
much.
better algorithmic method.
I don't like you guys that much.
I know, but we're getting liked and we're getting
How about
subscribed and we're getting algorithmic.
Here's a great holiday sponsor that you can think of going to get some stuff for the holidays.
Yeah.
18th Street Brewery was founded as a small home brewery by Drew Fox
by the
in
way,
2010.
Every year I end up giving people 18th
Absolutely.
Street for Christmas. It's
Distillery,
a really good
go get the whiskey, go get the gin,
I usually get like 4 bottles
beer.
and keep one for daddy. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. As
And
you're
I'm talking
delivering.
about me when I say daddy. I'm not talking about my dad.
Is that what you
So-
call him, Lindsay?
Hey, daddy.
I call him that, but now it's tainted. So.
Since then,
Keep one for daddy.
18th Street has grown and now operates tap rooms in Gary and Indianapolis, as well as its main location on Oakley Street in downtown Hammond.
Jesus Christ.
The Hammond location
Did you get one of those
houses
for Daddy?
all production and packaging, as well as its barrel program, a tap room, and a full-service kitchen, making it the second largest brewery in Northwest Indiana. For excellent food or even better drinks, stop by 18th Street and get one for Daddy at one of their
Get one for daddy.
at one of their 3 locations.
Give me one. Give daddy one.
More information can be found at 18thstreetbrewery.com.
It's creepy if you refer to yourself as daddy.
I agree.
Well, guess what, Dad?
That's what you just did.
I'm not
if you
calling
were-
you Dad anymore.
Give
You've
one for
been-
daddy.
You've been demoted to Pops now.
There you go.
You and Tom Sr.
I don't mind that. By the way, that reminds me of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Do you have a kiss for daddy?
Oh, God, that'd be a good one to play, John.
Do you have a kiss for daddy?
Keep rolling.
That.
Gag.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
so
even have my
excited about
glasses on.
Daddy that you're
I know.
forgetting
I
to
was
read.
like laughing at my commercial still.
Do you guys know that they have a $1 burger Monday?
What?
$1.
It's got to
what
be a
is
small
that?
burger, right?
No, it's incredible.
It's a huge burger
It
for
is.
$1.
It's really good.
I've done their
unbelievable.
Shapes?
burger, beer, and bourbon.
Oh, 18th Street.
Burger, beer, and bourbon are like where you
Yeah.
get a shot of
How
beer.
much is that?
I think it's like $7.99. It's
Dude,
it's
a
also
$1
cheap.
burger is
$7.99.
way
we
better
should do
deal.
an episode from 18th
Oh
Street.
yeah, you want to get
and
all
just-
this stuff? John looks real
We
excited
could
about
do
it.
Yeah,
some
we-
ESMR
John, get on that.
and just like eat a burger. Into
John, I want to
microphone.
move the studio to 18th Street
Shit.
for about 2 hours.
for a Tuesday show and then move that shit back here. Thank you.
Good luck.
No comment from John.
Our podcast has turned into a full-time job
Yeah.
Yeah.
for John.
You guys
Nights
just
and
show up.
weekends.
Kevin and I
30
just make
seconds
the
before
magic
we go
work. We
live.
come on and make the magic work. We bust out like the daddy jokes.
We're never going to get through our.
Do you have a kiss for daddy? All right, Midwest
move
air
on.
duct cleaning. Are your allergies going crazy during the quarantine? Is your heater
Quarantine?
just not seeming to be as effective as it was last year? If so, your air ducts may need a cleaning. For quality and affordable air duct cleaning, contact Marinko at 219-671-8868 or at MidwestAirDuctCleaning.com for an estimate. Mention Left of Center for a 10% discount. We also have discounts for seniors, for first responders, and for veterans.
I was just looking up at our air duct in this studio, and it needs a cleaning.
It looks
is
rusty.
Yeah, I think
filter rust.
Marinko, please come by
Dude,
and
it's
get this.
teeming with coronavirus. It's right above your head, too.
I agree.
I guarantee you there's some COVID
Oh, my
freaking
God.
falling on us right now.
Latitude Commercial is a full-service commercial real estate brokerage and property management firm specializing in northern Indiana and the Chicago suburbs. Local tenants to national developers have benefited from Latitude's experience in the commercial real estate market. When you select Latitude Commercial, you get Chicagoland expertise with worldwide marketing and networking ability. Whether you're a developer looking to sell, a tenant looking to expand, an investor looking to purchase, or an owner in need of property management services, Latitude can help. Contact Latitude at 864-0200 or at latitudeco, that's latitudeco.com, so they can get to work for you. I was looking at your Facebook. I don't even know why. I was looking at your Facebook.
Stalking me?
Little stalking. I was
Yes.
being
That's a little
what do you
weird.
call that, a creeper?
Were you laying in bed?
I was not.
That would be very
I
weird.
was
Like
not.
Jan is like, Kevin,
I was probably
put the pictures of Tom down.
I think I was at one of like a staff
is
meeting at
getting
City
really
Hall or
weird.
something.
You're
important.
looking.
Something important.
You're billing me for
Something
that shit.
important, you
You're
know,
like
at City
billing me
Hall.
$150 bucks an hour and freaking looking at
Is that
my
all?
Facebook.
That's
ridiculous.
you're getting a good deal, by the way.
Yeah. Obviously, you're trolling my Facebook.
But no, I saw some really cool pictures of your trip out west, which
I did
thought
post
were
them.
really
We never
cool.
post pictures when
'Cause
we're gone.
We've done a couple of good trips out there, and
Yeah.
we've done a couple of great hikes. And one of the hikes I have not been on with you, but looked cool, was Sunrise Peak.
Awesome. It's awesome walk.
So compare it to Camelback,
easier,
different, easier,
but longer. Camelback's like a mile and change straight up, right? And Sunrise is
and
like
rocky.
2 miles, like continuous up, but not like as strenuously straight up as Camelback,
Okay.
right? It's like
So
way out there.
Camelback's like a 5. This
It's
is like a 3.
Well, this is like a 5 mile round trip, so it's harder. And
I mean,
then
like
the
rating, you know, like
no,
is it difficult?
if they're double black is Camelback, and this is probably single black.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? I had the funniest freaking story. So Patrick, me, and Marissa are hiking up there, right? And we get to the top of Sunrise Peak, and we're like up there, and it's by the time you get up there, you're like, oh, okay, we're taking a
Yeah.
break before because
How
especially
was the weather, by the way, when you were out there?
it was like 80. It was perfect, right? So we get to the top, we take a picture. Well, we see a guy, and he comes over and takes a picture of us. And Marissa,
weird.
being the Midwesterner, she's like, "How you doing?"
Wait, did he take a picture of you upon request?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then of course Marissa's like,
Just wander up and start taking
"We can't just
pictures.
like take a picture. We can't have this guy just take a picture." Marissa's like, "I got to make him feel like we're friends, right?" So Marissa starts a conversation,
That sounds like Marissa.
and
Oh,
I'm
there's a
sitting
picture.
there like on a rock, like,
Is that it?
"That's it. That's the picture. Is
right.
it up there, John?"
It is.
Yeah.
So like this is classic though. So Marissa's like, "How you doing? Where are you from?" "Oh, we're from Chicago. Yeah, we're Northwest Indiana." "Oh, you're from Peoria. Oh, nice. Where do you live now?" "Oh, you live in Washington." And I'm laying on this rock like this. She would start a conversation. Anybody walks up right now, Marissa's gonna like have a conversation with
That
her,
just
right?
means she's
like
a nice person.
I agree, she's nice, but I'm like laying
I
on
wanna
the
get
rock.
hiking.
I'm like laying on the rock, sweating. Like, damn, she talks to everybody. Like, right?
Can we get hiking?
So this is so classic though. Hang with me for a second, right? So she's sitting there and she's like, "Oh yeah, you know," and "Oh yeah, Tom's from California, yeah, and you know, how about the fires? Are the fires affecting you up there in Washington?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, fires are everywhere. It affected my town, and the skies are constantly hazy and all that." And Marissa's like, "Yeah, he's from California. The fires affect his family down there too." And he's like, "Oh, you're from Cali?" I'm like, "Yeah, I grew up in Cali, blah, blah, blah." And the guy's like, "Yeah, ever since Obama stopped raking the forest, we have these fires every year." And it's like, you have to understand, like, for Marissa's a huge supporter of the president, obviously. She can't support because she's a judge, but she is, horrified about what's going on in America. Right. So for her to hear that from this guy that she's been so nice to, and then Patrick is hardcore.
You mean a
Biden.
huge supporter of Obama is what you meant.
Yeah.
Huge
not
supporter.
of the president.
Yeah, you said of the president.
Oh, I'm sorry. Huge supporter of President
That's
Biden.
blasphemy, okay,
Incoming
Marissa? We
president.
need to clarify Marissa does not support Trump.
Right. A huge supporter of the new President Biden, right?
President-elect.
Huge president. Patrick is huge. Patrick's a huge political guy, even though he's 14. So, like, this guy drops that, and I'm laying on this rock. I just start laughing my ass off because I'm like,
You're finally
Marissa's whole conversation just got destroyed, and this guy didn't even know. Like, he stepped in it big time, right? So Marissa's like, click, just like clams up, and the guy's like, "Okay,
And you're
I
on the
guess I'm
rock.
just gonna be going right now." And he leaves, and I just start laughing my ass off. I'm like, "There you go." Like,
Thanks for talking, everybody.
Inappropriate
But that's
Trump
very nice
supporter.
of her to do that.
She is nice. But I thought it was hilarious that this guy was a huge Trumper. And it just
it's all
killed the whole
about
conversation.
raking the forest.
Yes, don't forget to rake the forest.
Right,
in California.
raking the forest.
Rake them all up.
Shit, man.
If we would have only
Dude,
been raking.
you didn't rake the forest? I thought it was my job.
We forgot it 3 years in a row.
I wanted to slap the crap out of this guy. He was a cop, too. You could tell his demeanor. And I was just like,
Was he
you
packing?
Huh?
He had a gun.
I don't know. I was not packing, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious. It just killed the conversation. And Marissa, halfway down, she's like, I can't believe that guy. Was being so nice to him. And
Well, it was nice of her.
she is nice.
And I had to bust out the raking of the forest.
It was so classic. The guy's like, God dang. Ever since Obama stopped raking the forest, everything catches on fire. I'm like,
that's like the duck call. You need to find other Republicans by saying that, and if they're
did not
acknowledge
work.
it, then they're Republicans. But if they just ignore you,
It
then
was
they're
like
not
an awkward
Republicans.
ending to our conversation.
And you're like, well, I guess we better start
I'm
hiking.
gonna head down now. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, it was a cool picture.
Hey, we got a
By
question
the
from
way,
the internet.
yes, we do. We have a question from Kevin, another Kevin. What do you think about the shenanigans with the Gary gaming license? But I want to say, did everybody who subscribes to the Post-Trib get the Aurora version today? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
What's
I got
going
that.
on in Aurora, Illinois today?
We all want to know.
I got
about
Northwest
Aurora.
Indiana knows everything about
The northern
Aurora right
suburbs of Chicago version of the paper
I did
today.
too.
Thanks, Post Tribune, for nothing. I used it for kitty litter this
We
morning.
should get a refund on that.
I don't even
one
have
from the
cats,
Post.
but I
Gary,
put it out. There's
Gary
cats sitting
Davich is probably like, what in the...
Yeah, so the Gaming Commission in an article today, and I think it's in both papers or just one.
I saw it in the Times. Dan Carden.
expanded their probe into the Gary casino license, and it sounds like they're going deep. And
now, Mayor, you've talked about this for years.
I was talking about it during this ordeal, how shady the new ownership group was of the Hard Rock Casino, how shady Spectacle's leadership was, and I pointed out specifically how they were trying to corrupt the governor of Indiana and how they were corrupting the governor of Indiana. And I was talking about this, getting the shit kicked out of me because I'm the only one talking about this, right? And here we are a year later, and I was like, oh, by the way, some shady shit was happening when we were transferring ownership. It's like, really? I never heard that during that whole process. Who was talking about that?
So
Mayor Tom McDermott was talking about that.
Sarah Tate is the head of the Gaming Commission,
Yeah,
and I know
she's
that you're
excellent.
familiar with her.
I'm
and she seemed
friends with her.
Very, very. I was shocked on how public her statements, or her public statements were about what they're doing about Spectrum. Like they're like, look, these people might have to give up their interest.
They already are. Rod Radcliffe was one of the guys I was beating up on.
Still owns his ownership.
But he cannot. He has ownership interest. He's not allowed to step foot on the property though.
I mean, they talked about 29 people getting interviewed, 33 hours
by the former FBI
agent for the Gaming Commission that's working for them. I mean, it's shocking. There's never been. And this is like things you hear about like in Vegas, like in the 50s or something.
I'm telling you, indictments are coming. No doubt about it. With the transfer of the license, remember, this group, now, you're not allowed in Indiana, under the gaming laws, you're not allowed to give anything of value to mayors, to governors, to elected officials if you're a casino operator. You're not allowed to. It's a felony, right? So to get around this, the ownership group of Hard Rock Casino was flying Governor Holcomb to and from conferences all over the United States on their private jet. That's giving value to the governor from a casino. That is.
So I thought, I just want to make sure we're accurate on this. I think my memory was that like either Rod Radcliffe did that.
He did.
On his own, and that it wasn't the ownership group, and also that I think it was one or two flights, or maybe a flight there and a flight back.
It was a couple of flights on a private jet, a private jet flight across the country. It was to Colorado, if I remember. That's a $10,000 round trip, at least.
You would think, yep.
At least.
Yep.
Which is something of value. And instead of Holcomb accepting that gift and putting it on his campaign report like he should have, like if Tom McDermott got a private jet flight someplace, I would have to put it down on my campaign report as an in-kind donation, right? But Holcomb can't do that. Because the people that gave him an in-kind donation are casino operators.
From law.
And it's a felony if they give him something of value. So what do, Kevin? The Republican Governor Association put it on their report. Like I
forgot about that.
Like they got the gift. Like the Republican Governor Association. Thank you so much, Rod Radcliffe, for flying Governor Eric Holcomb here. And we got the gift. Thank you so much. Like Governor Holcomb could have taken Southwest Airline, and they got the same thing out of it. But he got a private.
And wasn't there like an ethics investigation, no violation, or something?
Who's in charge of the ethics committee? Governor Holcomb.
Well, I mean,
This isn't the news we were going to break, by the way. This is just something we're talking about.
This is just in the paper, and I thought great article by Dan Carden. It's going to be interesting to follow.
Dan Carden always does good articles.
Sarah Tate's very, very good chairman of the. She's not the chairman. She's the executive director of the Indiana Gaming Commission, and she's great. So this is interesting to see, and it's going to be, I'm sure, a story for months to come. So
all right, we've been prepping this for the whole show. These poor people are waiting.
Kind of
they're probably bored silly waiting for us to get to the news.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I don't know what's going on.
Really?
It's not that nervous. It's actually good news.
We were texting about this announcement, and
you don't know what it is?
No.
Lockpod was picked up.
No.
By the Nobel Peace Prize organization. We were going to represent Nobel laureate, or is it Nobel laureate? Or
John's the one who brought up the Nobel Prize for podcasts.
That is not it. That is not the news.
I'm going to
It would be
submit
very
us for
cool,
awards, though.
By the way, I could see us representing that organization. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, Kevin.
This is exciting news out of the region, and it's like Chicagoland news, really.
This is a huge story for the Chicagoland area, and it's going to be something you're reading about in the coming days and weeks. The city of Joliet, Illinois, has a problem with their aquifer, which is basically a deep well that they use to supply the water needs of the city of Joliet. Kevin, how big is Joliet population?
140,000, I think.
So Joliet's a bigger city than Hammond, but Joliet area is not bigger than the region. That's what we're talking about. It's a
regional
city.
Center, mid-sized city for Illinois.
It's its own area. Joliet has its own suburbs, and they have a problem. By the year 2030, Joliet, their aquifers will dry up, and they will not be able to meet the needs of Joliet, which is concerning because Joliet is not adjacent to Lake Michigan, and there are other sources of water. Like they've looked at other well waters, they looked at river waters, they looked at a lot of different options, and the only option they have is to hook up through Chicago Water Company or to have a fresh water pipe from Hammond, raw water basically, from Hammond, tapping into Lake Michigan that goes all the way to Joliet.
It's like Mayor Tom versus Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Well, that's what it's going to come down to. In December 17th, the Joliet City Council and the Joliet Mayor are deciding upon either Hammond as the supplier of water to them for the next 125 years or the city of Chicago as their supplier of water for the next 125 years.
Finished water versus raw water.
If Chicago
hooks up, $1 billion project.
Over $1 billion.
Yeah.
For Joliet, if they choose Hammond, I think right now the estimates are $1.3 billion.
1.2, 1.3 billion. And hooking up Chicago, I think, is like $700 million, but you're just hooking a pipe up like it's just finished water. You don't have...
Right, they won't have a filtration
control
plant.
Of your water
They won't have a
destiny.
filtration plant. Like under our proposal, Joliet would have to build a pipeline that goes from Lake Michigan 48 miles to the west to Joliet, which is a $1.2, $1.3 billion project. They'd have to build a filtration plant in Joliet. And then once the water is finished in Joliet, Joliet will sell it to their residents and to the towns and cities around Joliet. And we've been working real close with Joliet, and then the attorney for Joliet's Public Works, Allison
Swisher. And I think you've met with the mayor.
Right, Mayor Odekirk. I met with him a couple times. So in December 17th, Joliet is going to decide between Hammond and Chicago. I know Mayor Lori Lightfoot is going to appear at that meeting, either virtually or she's scheduled to appear, as is Mayor Tom McDermott from Hammond. And we're competing for Joliet's business. And this project is worth millions of dollars to the city of Hammond over the next 100 years. Tens of millions of dollars over the next 100 years to the city of Hammond. It's another huge customer, and it will not tap our limited capacity that we have through our filtration plant because this is raw water.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? That basically Joliet came to us with a problem, and they were like, "Look, we got a huge issue here. We're going to run out of water." And I think, the background of this is you said to your staff. I know, Dean Button, the city engineer, Phil Talon, chief of staff, and others, just kind of like, the interesting thing you were saying, Mayor, is that you wanted to help them. This wasn't something like you're like, tough nuts for Joliet. I mean, obviously there's a financial benefit to the city. But they came and said, "Mayor, we got a problem. We're not going to have water."
The thing about
figure out how to help
Joliet's situation is the same thing. The same reason we have so many customers on the south side of Chicago for the Hammond Water Company is everybody's sort of being held hostage by the mayor of Chicago. And I'm not talking about Lori Lightfoot. I'm talking about the position. Over the years, that position could indiscriminately raise water rates with no rhyme or reason, and it's scaring these communities that. Basically the mayor of Chicago, whoever this person is into the future, I'm talking for the next 100 years needs to cover a huge shortfall in their budget, and the way that it appears that they plan on paying for a lot of these problems. It started with old Mayor Daley, it went through Mayor Emanuel, and it's continuing through Mayor Lightfoot, is to raise water rates that everybody pays. And when I say raise water rates, we're going to $1.90 in Hammond, and that's news. Their water rates in Chicago are twice that easily. And I'm talking, and then once it gets to the retail customer, it's probably even more than twice that.
Yeah, so in the Chicago proposal, I think they're trying to say to Joliet, hey, we're going to treat you like a wholesaler. We're going to give you a better rate. But I just don't see that rate being anywhere near making it economical for the folks, folks in Joliet. Oh, boy.
What the hell is this?
One of our sponsors just dropped in.
He's wearing a McDermott for Congress mask. Talking about kicking me in the balls.
Turn
man.
that inside out, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sit down.
You said too soon. What an asshole.
What a dick.
My brother
I want
Aaron.
you to have that on.
What are you doing?
I want you wearing that.
You're popping by the law office or? The dentist?
We might have had a small appointment for some, litigation that
There's
Aaron's
something-
involved
Getting
in.
No, he's probably got more bombs
Dude,
being sent to
I was
him.
going to say,
so-
last time you
Oh,
got
is that too
sued-
soon, Aaron? Did you get another bomb mail too? My bad.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Oh, too soon?
Have a
Too soon? You
seat.
need a headphone.
It wasn't
bro.
mailed to Aaron. It was just mailed
What?
to a good
we got
friend
a problem.
of ours.
Lindsay, give up the headphones to the guest.
Dude, we got to prep for you, man. We don't have headphones. We
That's
don't have
right.
Go
anything.
sit down, Aaron. I'll bring the headphones. I gotta show off my
The
cool
Talons
sweater anyway.
the Talons insulted us for just having family and friends on.
Yeah, and then here comes
And
Aaron.
Here comes Aaron into
Here comes Aaron.
It's true.
That's right. What's up, man?
The Talons are
Get-
like,
get
"See,
that
this is
mic
what
up to
we
your
do."
mouth.
Yeah, pull the
Aaron.
mic up to your mouth.
John, can you get Lindsay's sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Region News Source.
Get in a little closer to Kevin.
Yeah,
He's
come on
free
in,
from
Lindsay. Come on
COVID.
in, Lindsay.
Nice. Look at that. Wow.
Did you
Paul
get it, John?
Goddard getting the shout out. Yeah.
$25, you can get yourself one of those.
Nice. We need Lockpod. We need Lockpod shirts. So the problem with Aaron being here right now is either A, he doesn't listen to our show and doesn't realize we're on the podcast.
That's probably the case.
Is that seriously?
Get up to that microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
Scoot in.
It moves.
Scoot in.
We're a
Scoot
cheap
in.
studio.
Scoot in.
You have to pull that thing up there.
Jesus.
I know you're used to getting things close to your mouth. So
It's nice to have one of our sponsors just sitting here.
Yeah.
Make
What's
him
up?
read his
I
ad.
just want to make sure you guys are reading the ad.
we just read
are.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we did.
We
We
are.
read it.
Yeah.
We were gonna have you read it.
It's
but-
an audit.
Yeah, it's an audit.
Yeah.
Really?
You're like, if I
It
get my
worked.
money's
It worked.
worth.
Yeah. We just announced a big deal with Joliet. I don't know if you were listening.
We're not there
Obviously
yet.
you
I
were.
just got done with the dentist appointment.
Really?
so,
Your dentist
yeah.
is in here?
My dentist is a half a block from here.
I didn't know if you were having legal problems and you were
Yeah.
stopping by the law
Well, that
office.
too. Yeah.
That's for
Is
after
there something
the
I should
show.
know about, Aaron?
Business related.
You know, it's classic. Honestly, the classic thing is when we were talking about Thanksgiving. Aaron was so pissed at me. He's like, "What the hell? You're not coming over to my house for Thanksgiving? I learned on the fucking show." Like,
Is that true?
Oh, geez.
Learned on the
of
show
course,
that you better give a smaller turkey.
He's been hinting at it for weeks now. I think it's just like
You waited to do it
like a
officially
come
here
to
on the
God
podcast.
moment. Yeah,
yeah, I heard
this
your.
is how I'll announce.
I was
yeah.
talking to Lynette last night, and she said your turkey's way too small anyway. So
Oh, I got a second one back up. So
You got to remember, Aaron's a
we've
good
got
cook.
like 20
He is a great
pounds
cook.
for like
How many? 20 pounds?
20 pounds worth
for how
of
many?
turkey meat.
Are we violating
6.
COVID protocol here?
I've seen his
Six,
turkey.
my ass. How many
Definitely.
households are
Oh,
I
represented
have a
under here?
14
So wait,
pound
so you
turkey
got-
for 5.
Yeah.
So.
You got 5 in your family, so that's 5.
Yeah, yeah.
And
well,
then Grandma
adults.
Lynette?
I'm thinking adults. Yeah.
God, dude, I talked to Aaron on the phone last night for like 2 minutes, and in his house was freaking chaos. He's got
like-
3 little kids.
All
Uh,
under. Wait, Jordan's how old? 5 now?
6.
Okay,
and
so
then
All
all.
boys.
There's, like, 2. All boys and a puppy.
the
Yeah,
puppy's
yeah.
just as crazy as the kids.
Of course.
And then
Yeah.
Aaron and Christina are like, ah!
like trying to zen
Dude,
somebody,
like I freaking
getting
had to
hit
like
with shit.
go smoke a cigarette when I got
And
done.
you were
I'm like,
just on the
Jesus,
phone.
1
Yeah.
minute with this guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, how do you
Yeah.
put up with this?
Yeah.
Those are tough years.
Fun.
No
Twins?
way.
How old are
Shit.
the twins now? 3?
Yeah,
4? 2.
2.
Oh,
I got news for Christina. I know she's probably listening. Aaron's not actually working when he leaves the house. He's just trying to get the hell away.
He's like,
I mean, I haven't missed a day of work since COVID started. For me.
True story, by the way.
Yeah.
Aaron hasn't
Very
missed
true.
a damn day of work.
there's
since
people with COVID in his office.
Yeah.
Like, that's all right. I'm in.
He's like, it's all right.
We're
It's all
open.
right. Yeah, I'm
Just get
brave.
away. Yeah,
Christina, we're real busy.
yeah.
Yeah. So what's up, man? How's business?
Much. Good.
Yeah, tell us.
good,
How is
yeah.
biz?
It's good.
So, this actually I got a question for you. So, people are just crazy nervous about the commercial real estate market, like in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Does that translate to the commercial real estate market in Northwest Indiana?
Oh, absolutely. I was talking to my dentist just now a little bit about. He's got some gyms that he runs also, and he's talking about how bad Chicago is getting hit right now. And I honestly think it's going to be a big benefit for Northwest Indiana because I mean, I'm sure you guys have friends, for all these years have been talking, hey, I'm getting tired of Chicago. We're getting taxed out. Well, they're taking action now. Like literally, I've got friends that have actually sold their place. You know, Brett's friend has literally sold his place.
Commercial or residential?
Here. Both. Yeah. Both. So
he's
I
moved
think
out here. He's in Valpo now.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Boucher.
Boucher. Yeah.
I mean, if you look, right, residential market's crazy here. I was just wondering, is the commercial market also pretty...
we just have a lack of inventory, just like residential. But I think, you see all these big offices cutting down their office space in Chicago. Does that translate to more companies deciding to put a second footprint out in the suburbs and Northwest Indiana? I think it's going to be a big opportunity.
Seller's market right now or buyer's market?
Definitely still probably a buyer's market. Or no, it's still a seller's market.
Yeah. It's funny because we got the northern suburbs version of the Post-Tribune today. And in the northern suburbs version, right on the front page, another company heading to the north talking about a Lake County, Illinois company that just moved out and it's moving to Wisconsin. Which is a big problem for them on the north side. And then also on the front page, it's got an Indiana billboard for Trump with a noose on it. So true story. I'm not making this shit up, by the way. So they're like, should I move to Wisconsin like this company or Indiana where the freaking hillbillies and the nooses are? Let me think.
That's been going on forever, right?
Like jag off with a goddamn noose on his Trump sign. How embarrassing, John. It's embarrassing for the country.
According to Chris Christie, the legal team is embarrassing as well.
There's a lot of embarrassment going on in Washington, D.C. right now. But did you? So you didn't hear our news about Joliet water?
True, John.
No.
Joliet's. Hopefully, we're hooking up a 48-mile pipeline from Lake Michigan to pass through Hammond at Joliet's expense. That'll go to Joliet, and once they hook up and water starts flowing, Hammond will receive tens of millions of dollars for transferring water.
Great job. I mean, great job with that.
Water.
Yeah.
It's us versus Chicago.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's an easy win, right?
We hope.
I hope so, because that is the thing. Is like if they hook up, so their proposal to go through Chicago is like $800 million proposal. Their proposal to be energy independent is like $1.2 billion to go through us with raw water. And for the extra $400 million, they don't have to ever worry about the mayor of Chicago and what they charge for water.
You would think if you're thinking long term, I would think that it's an easy decision.
Yeah.
You got to spend some more money now, but the benefits for future generations.
And the crazy thing is, Kevin and I dealt with this before with something called the Jawa, where it was like a hydra, like with 10 heads. Like we didn't know who to talk to. Everybody was in charge of it, right?
People were getting elected, then they were losing their elections.
Getting indicted, thrown in jail. It's like I can't keep track of this shit,
right now, right?
Well, then this one is being led by the mayor of Joliet, Mayor Odekirk, and he's driving the train, and it's going so smooth.
Well, they did it the right way. They decided that they were going to make the deal with whoever, Chicago or Hammond, and then they were going to form the commission. The other ones formed the commission first, and then we were just like, wait, who are we dealing with here? So it's going to be an interesting deal.
You still get Cook County playing into that at all?
They're trying. Not the county, the mayor.
Yeah,
trying through the water company. Yeah. But like Hammond water is so small compared to. I remember looking at how much Lake Michigan water the Chicago Water Department pulls from Lake Michigan every day. It's like 1 billion gallons of water a day.
I think you're right. Wow. It's 1 billion.
Billion gallons a day. They pull out, and it eventually comes back in through wastewater, right? Hammond only pulls 70 million gallons a day. We're like a tick on on the back of Chicago.
So does that even bother them to lose a Joliet?
It does.
Oh, I think they want it.
Yeah.
Sure. Why wouldn't
Doesn't
you?
matter. Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge deal for them too, because they're going to think about that customer. You're talking about 30
they need
million,
every penny right now.
30 million gallons a day to 60 million gallons a day for Joliet down the road. Down the road. I mean, that's a customer forever.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Well, then they could eventually sell, obviously, just taking your water to sell off.
Well,
they're gonna do that eventually. Yeah. They're gonna take our water and sell it to their suburbs, but they're not gonna compete with us, which is nice.
They're far enough away.
Hammond water is making its way all across the south suburbs now. So if Hammond water goes to Joliet and those suburbs, we're already selling to South Holland, Lansing, Cal City, Chicago Heights, and the communities around Chicago Heights. So like Burnham. So we're getting bigger and bigger and a larger presence, and I hope. And this is something for the Hammond residents that are listening. We talk about gaming a lot. I made a prediction in front of the council yesterday. Within the next 10 years, we'll be making more money from water than we are from gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Within the next 10 years, and it may even be closer than that. 5 years.
Well, especially with Gary's Casino, you might see it downtick
absolutely.
a little bit.
And then Chicago eventually is going to get their shit together and build another casino.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anybody. You would maybe. You would think so.
They're like the gift that keeps on giving.
I agree.
They can't get their crap together.
Well, now with COVID, no one's building a casino. So.
By the way, Grandma Sue said hello.
Hi, Grandma Sue.
Yeah, she's out there watching from Cali.
From Cali, worried about the sweeping the forests.
Yeah, Mom,
Grandma,
tell her.
get started on that. Get your rake out.
Did you hear my story
time
about
to start
top of
raking.
Sunshine Peak?
No.
Marissa's up there talking like a nice Midwesterner,
Uh-huh.
and some guy goes up there. They're talking for 5 minutes, and then finally at the end of the conversation, he goes, the damn fires, if they would just rake the forest like Trump said, and Marissa's
Obama
like,
said, right?
Obama got in there and
Yeah.
stopped raking
It's
the
magic.
forest, and it just killed the conversation. It was so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I was just laughing at my wife,
Those
like,
fires just started, right?
yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah, damn Obama. Obama's still to blame.
Yeah.
With a lot. John, you still blaming Obama?
For sure.
But it's an easy.
He ruined this country, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a jagoff he was. Him and his
Terrible.
beautiful
So-
marriage,
so
and beautiful
unpresidential.
family.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
His happy,
God.
stable marriage.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
one
One wife.
Yeah,
A couple kids.
yeah. No strippers.
No
like,
porn stars.
No paying off porn stars.
He was such an animal.
Yeah.
Family values,
Yeah, right.
Doesn't grab as much.
You feeling lonely in here, Buzz?
I'm wondering what kind of life choices I made right now.
I'm wondering
How
too.
I ended up
Thank
in
you.
this room.
Thank you for being
all
our
these
producer.
Democrats.
We love you, man.
It's like penance for you.
Man, it's so hard to see you. You got like a
Good.
We did that on
Good.
purpose, right?
He likes that.
They
It's
don't.
like the Wizard of Oz over there.
they don't like seeing us
Lindsay,
So-
why do we have the emoji of the day?
because we
That's
can't
nice.
have two callers. So I just turned caller 2 section into emoji of the day.
That's nice.
smart.
Is that like a Phil
I've been
thing?
changing it every
Snowflake?
episode, but nobody makes
Yes.
a comment about
I make it. I see it every time.
Today is snowflake because it's snowing.
Not
Oh.
because you're a liberal snowflake.
I am not a liberal snowflake.
All right,
You are
John.
right.
I think I heard John call you that.
You know who's a liberal snowflake? Phil Talon.
Come
Yeah?
on.
He
Yeah.
melts
Why?
so fast
Come
when
on.
you talk about anything. Like, it's crazy. But
Did Phil win a bet this week?
Oh my!
We
Phil
know.
did well
I stopped
last night.
tracking
For
him.
the record, Phil last night.
Really?
was
He had the Rams.
Dude, I
the
just
over,
I just
and the
stopped
over.
following him, man. It's like
Yeah.
losing too
Why
much
would you-
I
money.
know. I was having way too much fun
I'm
winning.
like trying to make sense of his ridiculously shitty picks. Like I just can't do it. Like,
I mean,
It's like
I
we
was
killed the
following
segment.
a lot of them, so I'm quit. I think I quit gambling now.
Because of Phil?
like, take a whole new approach.
Yeah,
I'm done,
yeah.
dude. This isn't good for me.
Yeah.
Aaron's
He's
like,
doing
well,
yoga and
I just did what Phil
meditating.
said.
Yeah.
it is true. There was a text thread with like 13 people on it, and everyone has it's gone quiet because no
because-
one's listening to Phil.
How can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's going to say, yeah, but what about the Rams?
He did that. He did last night. All of it. He said,
Well, he
Rams
wins
and the
one.
over.
Every squirrel, right?
I think he put everything in on it too. So
All right, question from the internet: is the Hammond Casino closing? Not if I have anything to do with it.
It's going to 42% capacity.
Where are all of these rumors coming from?
I don't know.
Because like they listen
be
to
the
the
other-
freaking other station and they put out shit constantly. It's like constant negative, constant false. Like they just if you have a radio
They hear half
station
the story
and you
and
let
that's
somebody
all.
call up and just spew puke and just lies,
The
and then they're
trolls.
like, yeah, and then everybody believes it. Like if it's
Yeah.
coming out of the other station, they don't know what the hell they're talking
So
about.
twice
Like,
today, so casino's not closing,
No.
which everyone seems to think is happening, and we're laying off firefighters and police
Right.
officers, which is
Great
Want to hear
incredible
another
news
one? I
source.
heard on the other station, Hammond is broke. Let me tell you something.
There's not a single city in this entire country that is
Lindsay,
not in debt.
Hammond is
Yeah.
not broke.
I mean, I got
we
a
have
mortgage.
we have $5 million.
I do too.
Yeah.
We have $5 million free and clear in the bank right now. $5 million that hasn't been spent from this year. We haven't spent it. We're not planning on spending it because who knows what 2021 is going to be like. But right now, Hammond's never been in better shape fiscally. Never. We have $5 million free and clear.
I
in
was
the bank
reading
right
something
now.
that when you took office, I was just reading my old notes on some bond issues actually, and when you took office, Hammond's deficit was $14 million.
Yeah. Right off the bat, we had to make a transfer to keep payroll going.
Yep.
Right off the bat. They called it a health insurance bailout, but it was the same thing we chased for a while. And we got done. We're done with that.
It took a while, but you got on top of it.
What, two years?
More
I
than
remember
that.
I was doing
More
like
than
this
that.
long research project on Dad.
Oh, that's right. I
With
forgot
all
about that.
we collect all the newspapers, good or bad, about Dad and his entire career,
Lots.
and I would started from the beginning, and I was doing this huge research project, and I swear to God, I still don't understand fully what was happening, but it's just
It was a
health
mess.
insurance for years.
But, you know,
that's
health
all I
insurance,
was reading about.
That was key for, that was code for, there was a lot of other shit going on. Everything's related to each other. So if we're upside down in anything, it costs us at the end of the day, obviously. But no, Hammond's in great fiscal shape right now. The council and the mayor are working very well together. The water rate increase is going to help a lot with our infrastructure needs, which is excellent. It's going to bring us more money from outside our community, which is excellent. In fact, Kevin pointed something out yesterday that was interesting because of the rate increase that the Hammond council passed unanimously. Not only do we get more money from the residents, obviously. By the way, Hammond residents still pay the cheapest water rates in the state of Indiana. Okay, like 4 times cheaper than what my brother pays in Crown Point. By the way,
You're right, Aaron.
Yeah. I mean, we're
Tell
coming
the
down
story.
from Gary.
Tell the story
It's
about
disgusting what my rate.
your sprinkler story.
I had about a $450 bill one month.
Just water.
Just water. Yeah.
That doesn't count garbage. That doesn't count.
At least your
sanitary.
lawn
I think
was
a portion
green.
Of it was tap fees. Yeah. Well, it was the problem was it was so brown that I had to bring it back to life.
So what? You just
Yeah.
left the sprinkler on even if it was raining?
Probably no. It was no. There was that time when we had like
90-degree
2 weeks,
weather, it was real hot.
weather, no rain at all.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was.
So nobody in Crown
disgusting.
Point really waters their grass, or they just paid the
Well,
huge...
I was out of town. I happened to be out of town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
it's like
was
8
trying
something thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the problem is, we're coming from a private company, Gary.
Yeah, it's
and they're coming
Indiana
down the
American
line,
Water,
yeah,
right?
coming down the line. So.
Yeah, and you got to pay for those executives that make
yeah,
7 figures.
exactly.
Right.
They live out. They don't live around
There's
here.
no
and,
executive
yeah.
making 7 figures
Yeah,
working for the
and it's
Hammond
a
Water
big
Company.
difference.
There
I
is
mean, you
not.
probably look at our rates compared to St. John. It's no fault of like Maryville and Crown Points, but when you're paying,
Well, yeah,
much
I'm
to
not
start
blaming.
down there.
Right.
Yeah,
in fact,
you
we're
know?
in a weird situation in the region. Is I can't even sell water to Crown Point if I wanted to, or to St.
Really?
John, or no, because you're out of the watershed. You have to get your
Oh.
water from the Kankakee, actually, if you're going to go for alternate water sources. You get it from
Really?
Indiana American
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
right?
mhm.
Isn't that true, Steph?
Well,
Yep,
Crown
yep.
Point,
Yeah.
but through American Water.
The watershed doesn't really match a really
That's-
it's not a really straight line. It moves around.
Yeah, I was gonna
so.
say we're still in the same watershed, but they're just
You're actually still in the
compete.
Yeah, you're still in the watershed that allows you
Yeah.
to get Lake Michigan water, but some parts of St. John, I think south part of St. John may not be.
Yeah,
And I think
it's
Lowell
true.
is not.
Lowell is definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, John, the last person in America finally got the memo that he lost the presidency, and that's like literally the last American finally conceded that the race is over. Your president finally conceded that.
Did he
Did he?
concede or
No,
did
no,
he? No,
he
he
concede or did he say-
acknowledge?
He acknowledged it. Whatever, dude. Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
guy.
He says he's not.
He said that
conceding.
his legal team is still working, and
Yeah, Giuliani
they
with
have
the
a
hair,
strong
with the hairpiece.
case.
Yeah.
He said,
Giuliani.
"I fear my legal
my
team is
gosh.
making me look foolish." You think?
Really?
The
Rudy
Giuliani is pulling
Giuliani
his,
was melting
he's
on
pulling
live
his
television.
crap
And
out on the
wiping-
movie.
You see him wipe his face
With his snot?
With his snot.
That was an interesting
that was,
TikTok.
yeah, that
This
was
is what we're dealing
really
with.
Strange.
That's my lawyer.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so much unity
Yeah.
and peace in this room, man.
Well, I mean, here I'm going
we
to
are-
say, John.
Everyone is
here.
united against
If
you.
anybody thinks Rudy
Jesus.
Giuliani is an election law expert and that's the lawyer you've got leading your charge, it just goes to show you the real election law experts wouldn't even sign on to the defense. They wouldn't even sign
Because
on
they're being
to
threatened.
by liberal snowflakes.
We're not laughing
It's
at
such a joke, yeah.
We're not laughing
They're
at you,
being
John.
threatened.
We're
Lawyers
not
are.
laughing at
And,
you.
okay, let me put it this way: any lawyer who's afraid because somebody on the internet's threatening them, I mean, I think that's part of the problem. What they're afraid of is that they know that they shouldn't be taken on a case that's a big loser.
You know what happens when I get threatened on the internet?
Nothing. We
It's
block them.
It's a Tuesday. It's like,
Oh
And
my
I do-
God!
and I
I got
do
That's
block.
threatened.
standard. That's
Yeah.
standard on Dad's private page and on the Facebook page. Oh, during the campaign.
yeah.
Oh, it was a
Why
nightmare.
listen to
I'm
trash?
sorry,
Because
Mr.
you know that.
President,
We
I
got a
can't
bunch
represent
of
you. I was
Just
threatened.
crazy
Sad.
people saying insane
Yeah,
asinine stuff. On
if somebody says, "I think you're a blankety blank," I'm like, block.
Delete
Like,
the comment,
Why would I
block
ever
the
want to read this
person.
person's crap again? And then this legal issue that comes out, and they're like, "I read a case in a newspaper one time that said
Yeah.
politicians can't block constituents," and I was like, "Okay,
it's not true.
I don't agree with that case." And they're like, "Like, I'm going to sue you." I'm like, "Okay, sue me. I'll see you in court, and I will win because." I don't
Well, I mean,
agree.
your
Like,
personal page is a little different.
Yeah,
we
personal
do-
page is
right.
different.
If I'm blocking you on Go Hammond, that's a different story.
And I've never seen you do that.
No,
I've
I
never
don't
even heard
I don't
of you.
read Go Hammond for that
Yeah.
very
Right.
reason because I don't want to read assholes like Perry and like Verley and people like that. So I'll let them post there, right? I'm talking about my page that my mom reads, right? If you say I think you're an asshole and post it on my wall on my page, I'm
First,
going to
your
block
mom
you.
will go after them first.
My mom will go after them.
Yeah.
That's why the
Grandma
first thing I
Sue
do.
is vicious.
That's why I
Oh,
jump
yeah.
in early
Oh,
because
yeah.
I don't want my mom
she
to.
will go for the throat.
Dude, I've actually had conversations with her about that. Like it was when I first became mayor, and then
It's
somebody
awesome.
said something about me, and then she like starts this Facebook war, and I'm like, "Hi, Mom. How's it going, son?" It makes me look like a total wimp when my mom comes to my defense. I was just pointing this out.
you
like,
don't
"Thank
do
you.
that to my
Thank you,
son."
Mom. You cannot say that about my son. I'm like, bling, Mom. Do me a favor. Like, yeah, I love her.
But she is
Oh,
one of
yeah.
your
I've
biggest
seen 'em.
defenders.
I know.
And
don't
she-
talk about her little boy like that.
Oh, right now she said, "Yes, I will."
That's right. She will. Goddamn
I like
right
the
she
fact
will.
that it's 6:00, 6:30 in
Dude.
California,
Wow.
and Sue's listening.
She wakes up early.
One of
always.
our listeners across the country.
Can we
Yeah.
go back to this Trump thing? 'Cause you guys have triggered me. man.
Well, you've been on the internet like researching what
no,
you
no,
can
no.
say.
This is my question to you guys.
Conservative
Sincerely,
snowflake.
if you think the thing is so crazy what Trump's doing with all these lawsuits. Like, who cares? Like, why not just let him do it?
I don't give a crap.
I mean,
about
you
it.
guys spent.
John, I never said don't do it. I just said it's a joke. He has a legal team that's a joke, run by Rudy Giuliani. That's all. I mean, he has absolute right to do it.
What kind of law did Giuliani practice when he was?
He was a U.S. attorney and a prosecutor back in the day in Manhattan. I mean,
but like John, honestly, the thing I think is, first off, we need to turn over to the next president, who's Joe Biden, by the way. So he needs a proper transition. I think that's in all of our best interests. So when Joe Biden becomes president on the first day of his presidency, he's ready to go. And like, if Donald Trump's not cooperating with them, then that's going to hamper Joe Biden's presidency, and that's not good for any of us because we're all Americans.
Fair enough.
I think one of the lessons of this is that it reminds us all that there's there's power in the way our government's set up that resides in people other than the president. Like, it's not like a situation where you have a country where you have a totalitarian ruler and he gets to decide everything. I mean, you could see that even though the president is saying and inviting people to the White House, like the Michigan folks and things like that, you still have these aspects of government like the canvassing commission or the election commission in Michigan who voted to certify the results. And they did that, and they were able to basically say, Mr. President, we hear what you're saying, but this is our job and this is what we're doing. And that's powerful. I mean, that's a reminder that even though the president may say one thing, there's a lot of power in other aspects of government that are just regular people doing their job.
Hey, why don't we do some commercials here?
Oh, yeah.
We should have.
Oh, my God.
If we had only known, Aaron, we could have had you do your own commercial.
Have Aaron.
Aaron, do the tattoo lady.
Ooh.
There you go.
No, this is exciting.
I'm going to check them out here.
Aaron, do you have tattoos?
I do not.
Liar. I've seen you naked. You have tattoos.
Whoa.
He's got one.
What are you and John
We
doing?
have the same tattoo, Aaron and I.
I can't wait to go.
Remember
to
we were in
the
Michigan and there was
Vegas.
no air conditioning?
Remember that roofie I gave
Thank
you,
you,
Aaron?
Kellogg.
Oh my God.
I don't remember half that trip. Is that why?
I do remember you being around me a lot, John.
It wasn't from the roofie, trust me.
All right, let's do it.
Anyway.
Turn. The Tattoo Lady, located in Hammond, right off Kennedy Avenue. The Tattoo Lady has been a locally owned and operated business for 23 years. Friendly, clean, amazing artists are waiting to bring your ideas to life. Whether you are a seasoned collector or looking to get your first piece, the Tattoo Lady is the place to go.
I want my first piece.
Open 7 days a week. Give the Tattoo Lady a call at 219-844-9976 or send a message through their Facebook
I think
page.
it's interesting, or maybe is it good or bad that you have to say that you have a clean artist? Clean, I mean, like
Yeah.
clean.
No.
Like
Oh, there are
versus-
some
Friendly,
sketchy
clean,
tattoo
yeah.
parties
Not at the
in
Tattoo
Northwest
Lady.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Not
No,
at Tattoo Lady.
Tattoo Lady, they're legit.
It's
It's
clean.
clean. It's a good place.
It's clean.
Wait, you have tattoos then, huh?
Yeah.
I have
Five.
five.
Oh.
Whoa.
I know.
I know. I have to hide them from Papa at family functions.
You have to hide
Yeah,
it from
good
Dad,
thing he doesn't-
too.
I have to
No,
hide it
Daddy?
from Dad
Is
sometimes
from
too.
Dad?
Yeah.
From Daddy.
But I'm never gonna call you that.
Dude.
You just
Do you have a
ruined
kiss
it.
for Daddy?
Oh, my
So
God.
Tortillas
Yeah.
Nuevo.
It's like,
I know. Yeah, thank you, Aaron. This is what we're dealing with on a weekly basis here.
What movie is that from?
Tom's Therapy.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Do you have a kiss for Daddy?
if I
by
play
the
that, will
way-
we
I
get
shouldn't have even brought
copyright?
that up again.
For
Do
those
it,
of
John.
you-
Let's check it out. This
For
isn't
those
that
of
good of
you
a show
buying
anyway.
sponsorships, for those of
can't-
you buying sponsorships, thank you for funding the Lindsay McDermott Goes to Therapy Fund.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's right.
I appreciate it.
Including such great people as the Martinez family. Tortillas Nuevo Leon
Yep.
have been Chicago's tortilla brand since 1975. They make delicious flour and corn tortillas, as well as crispy nacho chips that you can find wherever you shop. Look for their popular red and white label. Visit the website at tortillasnuevoleon.com for more info.
If you want to knock Kevin and me off, we have a routine.
If you want to knock
I mean,
them off,
what?
No, seriously, we have a
You want to
routine.
knock Tom off?
This is a good place to knock us off. True Barbecue in
Not
Munster.
included in this.
We before every show, Kevin and I go in there and we do our True Barbecue routine.
not in the morning.
By the
like
way-
the night
What?
before.
Which is
In the
which
morning.
we bring excellent work here because of the hard work we do the night before at True Barbecue.
And I gotta mention
okay.
something. I think there was somebody waiting because there was a guy who said, "Mayor, can I have a selfie with you?"
Yeah.
Yesterday at True Barbecue.
My public.
Yes, they
My-
were like, "Come on."
You're public in Highland, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
Munster.
Or
Thank you.
Munster,
Yeah.
whatever. It's the
Mix it
same
up.
thing.
But like, if you want to knock us off, we're there
What do
Mondays
you
and
mean,
Thursdays.
knock us off?
You know how like if you get killed at a restaurant,
Oh, if you want to target
Yeah.
my father.
if you
for
knock us
murder.
off,
Yeah.
you
just
could.
giving him the.
I prefer you knock
Kevin's like
Kevin off.
stressed
Don't murder
right now.
me,
He's like,
but-
yeah, wait a second.
Like
hold
if you
on.
want to
They
prove
have
a
a
point to me,
predictable schedule.
knock Kevin off. I will get the message. I promise you.
Message sent.
Message said I will not come here again. again. Like, thank you. I will start altering my routine.
That'll be a big announcement.
But
on the
True
podcast.
Barbecue would be famous forever. Like, this is where Kevin Smith got knocked off. You know,
Can we move on?
they'd probably have like a picture of you
Let's
there.
talk. Well, I would think so.
Like,
but
Wait, who's that guy?
Oh,
He got killed in the bar. Oh, okay.
I got
Let's
a
go
feeling
order
it's bad
ribs.
for business. I'm going to go out on a
There's
limb
some
and say that
places,
they're
like
not
if-
going to make it through
Like,
that.
you know, like if a mob boss gets killed there and then everybody goes there because that's
but
where
I'm not a mob boss.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know. But you're
I'm
I
like,
feel like that might
lawyer.
It's like the best
in town.
advertisement. Mob boss got killed here.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So if you want to knock us off,
random attorney.
So what Tom is saying is, if you really hate Tom, the worst thing you could do is knock Kevin off.
really, for those of you that hate me, yeah, you will
Thanks,
send a
John.
point. You will send a message
you.
to me. I will take your message and adjust accordingly after Kevin's funeral.
This thing got dark.
Oh, that got real dark.
This got weird.
Yeah.
True barbecue
You
in
were
Munster.
naked with John, and I just got knocked
where did
off.
this
By the
go?
way, True Barbecue, you
God.
cannot get better commercials than what we're doing for you right now.
No,
So
agreed.
you don't have to go to Chicago to find good food and a fine dining experience. True Barbecue in Munster has all that stuff and more. Stop by and take a look at their menu full of barbecue favorites with some new twists on old classics. Choose a drink from their extensive list of whiskey-based cocktails or stick with one of your favorites. Located at 8940 Calumet Avenue in Munster. Come visit us and enjoy True Barbecue.
By the way,
Thank you for being a sponsor.
Cobb salad. Mayor's onto that now.
It's my new thing.
The tuna.
I had the fried
Tuna.
ribs
They got
last
rid of
night.
They don't have
tuna.
the
Did
tuna
they?
anymore, Aaron.
Come
Got
on,
rid of
True
it.
Barbecue.
It's
What's
been like
up?
a
It's
year.
my favorite thing.
They got rid of it.
It was the
It's
best.
tough.
I know, Aaron. I knew why you liked it. It's
Yeah.
because of the jelly, right?
Good. Yeah.
That jalapeno,
Jalapeno jelly
Oh
was
my God,
solid.
it's so
It's
good.
gone.
Gone.
I did have the fried ribs last night, just as to try something on the
decent.
menu. They were decent.
Yeah.
They were good.
Of
So.
course, they were good.
You know, I never get invited to these.
You're
for free
invited.
Food.
I think I found the Ferris Bueller thing, but
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
let's
hear
just play it live. I don't
Okay.
know if
See what
this is it or not.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
that's it. Have you not seen this movie?
I have seen.
Here goes
it.
Lindsay
Yeah.
right into therapy.
Yep.
I'm just curious
There
if
you
we're
go. Are you
going to
playing
get
it?
kicked off the air by playing this. Here we go.
We'll find out if we are. See you next Friday. See you next
Kiss
Tuesday.
for Daddy? Are you kidding?
We missed it. You guys were talking
I
too
know.
loud. Hold on.
Hi.
I didn't
Do
even
you
say
have a
it.
kiss for
Go.
Daddy? Are you
Kevin,
you did it
shut.
again.
Would you
God
just
damn.
stop?
Shout out to the high school.
Kevin doesn't get the memo that when you're playing something, we don't hear it very well in our ears. Like,
Yeah. Here we go.
Hi. Do you have a kiss for Daddy? Are you kidding?
see, there you go. But by the
Oh
way,
my God! Shut this
Peterson.
off.
maybe playing it 3 times will get us knocked off the air.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
All right. Well, I gotta get to court, man.
really,
You get to win.
8:32. So,
man. We've-
so Aaron pops by. I guess that's the episode name.
Yes.
Right?
Aaron stops
There we
by.
go.
Aaron
Thanks,
stops by.
eh?
Yeah.
It's good to
It's a
see you.
really
Thanks for
full
sponsoring our
title.
show. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Did he read the sponsorship?
He did.
It was already
Thank
read.
you for being the
Like,
Much better
commissioner.
than Phil's. I
Lindsay's-
was going to be a little angry about Phil's, by the way, but then
Thank
I
you.
realized, like, no one's watching Phil. So why would that, you know?
Oh, he only
So-
does Fridays. I guess he only does.
He only
got-
did
you're
the
out
one
of town.
episode. He couldn't.
Cheapskate.
Yeah.
I know. He only
Yeah.
gave us $45. That was it.
Latitude.
double
appreciate
charge.
that.
Yeah.
Double charge for him.
Well, listen, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So what's the verdict on Friday?
I-
We're going fishing.
I am not coming in.
Yeah, we're going Tuesday, next Tuesday.
I will
All
be
right.
too
We're
full.
skipping Friday's show. The show must go on, which we said last week.
Except
is
on Black
obvious-
Friday.
Except on Black Friday. So we're taking Friday off. We're going fishing. John, are you going to put something up to remind people we're not on the air Friday?
Yes.
And then next Tuesday we'll be back. And I know we got good guests lined up. Did we get the
Whoa.
Crown Point one lined up, Lindsay?
Might have to kick
I know.
this.
We're going to really improve next
Maybe.
week.
What is this?
What?
Mayor?
I,
Okay. We got to get on this. Yeah. We'll have good
Boy,
guests.
We're
this
next week.
floundering here at the end.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah. So
Everybody
hey,
have a happy
Nobody
Thanksgiving.
told
the
me
big news,
directly
the
what
big
to
news,
do.
of, the big news of the day was the fact that Hammond is hopefully linking up to Joliet to sell raw water over the next 125 years to the city of Joliet to help them out of a badly needed predicament, being good neighbors. But that was the news we wanted to let everybody know. And we gave you a lot of other bullshit that you didn't need to know, but that was the one thing that you definitely needed to take from this show. We're not laying off police officers. We're not closing the casino. We're hoping to have our Christmas parade. We were acting like COVID's out there, but we're still trying to
careful.
maintain at the same time.
And tree lighting.
And the tree lighting. Anything else, guys?
That's it.
Thanks
happy,
for stopping
happy
by.
Thanksgiving.
To my brother, my
Yeah,
younger
good to see
brother.
you guys.
Yeah, good to see you,
I
man.
think I need to talk to you about a possible roofie scenario.
Thank you.
too.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
No.
Thanks,
I wanted to
everybody.
sue John Vesmar.
I'll see you guys next Tuesday when we're back on air. Thanks for watching
All right.
Left of Center.
Happy
Good to see you.
Thanksgiving.
Good night.
bye.